Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today is an update. So you've probably seen in the last 2 weeks that there's been no weight in updates. There was a Friday finds, but as you probably have guessed, I wasn't in the right mindset to do it. The lighting was terrible, and I did it because I felt I had to. I think that came across what it did for me when I rewatched it. And this week there's been no weigh-in updates and no Friday finds. So what's going on? So if you don't like hearing about women's problems, then just fast forward a little bit. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, you would know that I talk a little bit about PCOS, and that is what I have got. And that has just flared up at the moment. It flared up in the beginning of January, so my periods have been coming whenever they like, kind of thing. And I felt a bit rubbish with them coming so, like, just not regular. Anyway, that's settled down at the moment, and because of that, I hand to mouth action, as I always say. I've gone spiraled out and ate a lot of like whatever I fancied, kind of thing. That was last week, and I drew the line. I said in my weighing update that I'd been off plan. I was going to draw the line and get back onto it, and that's what I did. However, I'll get onto that in a minute. At the same time as that happened last week, I changed my conditioner to this other conditioner, and I had an allergic reaction. My head felt like it was on fire. I had a massive rash at the bottom of my neck. Obviously it ran down my body, so I've got a bit of remembrance here from it. And it just makes you feel a bit rubbish in your body. I've got grey hair coming out of my roots, so I was like, I need to dye it, but I can't dye it. So I went to the pharmacist, and they've said go on to a medicated shampoo. Give my scalp a good relax, because it's really burnt my skin. And then I've taken antihistamines. So it's the first time I've had my hair up in a while, that is for sure, and I've been able to dye it. So I feel a lot human, you know, just something like that really bothers me, and I feel human again. But I've done a lot of thinking over these last 2 weeks, and this plan has changed my life, as I keep telling you about it. I've lost a lot of weight from it. I've been doing it since 2017, and it got me to the place where I am today, and I'm ever so thankful for this plan. It's been my life. It's got me to where I am now. I feel comfortable in myself. I'm in my size 12 jeans, which I've always wanted to be. I've got my confidence back. It's made me get a job which is out of my comfort zone. I'm absolutely loving it. The best thing I've done. I absolutely love my job. And I'm just loving life at the moment. However, I'm not loving this. The plan works. No doubt about it. This plan has changed my life. If you've followed me a while, you will know I've had my ups and my downs, but I've always had this plan. It's my faithful plan. However, at this moment in time, I have fallen out of love with this. I'll get onto that in a little bit. This works, and this is not me saying Slimming World doesn't work. It works. At this moment in time, Slimming World, I've just fallen out of love with it. And I think a lot of that is to do with, I'm just at this moment in time, I don't want to, every time I see food, think about that's so many sins, that's third of my plate, that's free food, that's speed food, that's a healthy A, that's a healthy B. I think for 2 years that is like consumed my life, and don't get me wrong, I have followed it through and I've absolutely loved it. But this week I have not thought about Slimming World, and that doesn't mean that I've been, as we say, off plan. I have just been more mindful of what I am eating, and I felt so good in myself and also my mental well-being. I've had toast in the morning with a little bit of butter and a little bit of jam, and it's filled me up lovely until my dinner. And I've snacked on fruit and veg. I've snacked on fruit within the afternoon, and then my lunch at work has been one of those snack pots. and I've had it with some chicken, I've had a coffee, and then afternoon I've had a biscotti biscuit, and then I've had my evening meal, and I've had a snack. You might think, well Rachel, that is Slimming World, and it is, but because I'm not thinking about B choices, A choices and sins, I felt so good in myself, and I think I just need to take a break from Slimming World. I'm not saying that I'll never go back to it, because obviously if this doesn't work out, me being more mindful, then obviously I'll go back to it because this works. But at the moment, I've just fallen out of love with it, and as much as like I try and force myself to get back on it, like I'll get 40 grams of porridge oats and I'll make me overnight oats with lots of fruit. I just look at it in the morning and think, I don't fancy that. I really don't fancy that. I just fancy toast and butter, a bit of butter and some jam, and it's filled me up. And I'm not thinking that's 6 sins for that, that's 1 sin for that, and that's 2 sins for whatever. I'm not thinking about it, I'm just being more mindful of what I am eating. I'm not calorie counting, I'm not doing any other plan. I am just learning to enjoy food. Don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed food on this, but just taking away every bloody label about food and just seeing food once again. That's an apple, and that's a banana, not speed food and free food or anything like that. Just seeing it as fruit. Hello?
Yeah. Okay, those coming early.
Alright, what time?
In a bit.
Alright, thanks for letting me know. Love you, bye. And that's what I want, is just to see food as it is. Now, you might follow me because I do Slimming World friendly food, and if you don't want to subscribe to my channel, then completely get you. There are some lovely people out there who follow Slimming World. I am not saying that I'm doing anything differently. If you still want to watch my what I eat in a day, there will still be Slimming World friendly food. It's just that I won't be telling you the sins or anything like that regarding my what I eat in a day. I'll be saying this is what I'm having, etc, etc. Nothing will change with my food as such. I just want to take away the labels, and that might sound really strange to some people, but for me it's something which I just need at this moment in time. So come over onto Friday Finds. Friday Finds is not going anywhere. I love finding low calorie, low sin snacks and treats and everything like that, because I like finding more variety in my food. I've always said variety is the key for me being a lower at this weight, and that's not going to change. But I was really scared of doing Friday Finds last week because I needed to tell you what was going on in my head and what I was actually thinking. I felt it was just not truthful of me doing this Friday Finds. I needed to tell you what I was doing and saying that this is going to be Friday Finds. Nothing's changing with Friday Finds whatsoever. My weighing updates will not be a weighing update saying I've lost this, I've gained this. It will be looking back at my week, looking at the food I've eaten, talking about how I'm feeling in my head, how I'm feeling mentally, emotionally, what's coming up, what challenges have I got in place. It's going to be a completely different weighing update kind of thing. It's more going to be like just a check-in of my week basically. I am not saying I'm never going back to Slimming World, but at this moment in time I just need to take the labels away from food and just have faith and trust in me that what Slimming World has taught me, I can roll with it on my own. Because it just became to a point that I was paying £5 a week, and I was like losing and gaining and gaining and losing, and then feeling I have to justify myself on here. Whereas I've come to a place where I just don't want to know what I weigh. I'm happy, I'm healthy, and as long as I feel comfortable in my clothes, that's all I've wanted within my weight loss journey, is to feel comfortable in my own skin, and I'm there. I am truly there. And going to group every week, as much as it's absolutely fantastic and I love my group, I don't want to see those numbers, because those numbers, when I step on those scales and it says that I've lost a pound or I've gained a pound or maintained or a small loss, then I'm like looking at my week and thinking, what have I done right, what have I done wrong, have I done this? And then I've said to you that I class food as naughty food and I wanted to get out those habits. There was lots of things which was just really messing with my head. And this week I've just gone, I am not looking at sins, healthy bees. I'm just taking a relaxed approach to it, being a lot mindful. And really having that restraint. I'm not looking at packaging, I'm looking at calories or anything like that. I'm eating what I normally eat on Slimming World, but I'm just not thinking about that's so many sins. So on an evening, if I fancy a Kit Kat with a cup of coffee, I'm not thinking how many sins that is or looking up on the sins, etc, etc. So yeah, so looking ahead on my channel, nothing is really changing apart from my weighing updates. It will be more like a check-in update of how my week is going. Friday Finds is still there. I will be telling you sins. I'm coming! Sorry, me Ocado delivery has just come. So yeah, I don't know what I was saying because I've not fast rewound this, but I think I was at like Friday Finds is not going anywhere. My weighing updates are going to be classed as like a check-in update. And I'm still going to be doing what I eat in a day. The food I will be eating on my whatever I eat in a day, then you guys go and check those sins. If you're following Slimming World, if you're calorie counting, then go and check out the calories. I will show you what I'm eating, packaging and things like that, but necessarily I won't be saying A, B, sins. If that is something which you don't want to follow me anymore, I am completely cool with it. It's your decision. If you follow me because of Slimming World, then I also want to thank you for your support on my Slimming World journey. At this moment in time, I've just fallen out of love with Slimming World. And yeah, it's just one of those things. I'm not saying that I'll never go back to it. It might be in a few weeks, which I'm like, most stupidest thing you've ever said, Rach. You need to get back on Slimming World. But at this moment in time, this just feels right for me, and that's what I have decided to do. So there is lots of lovely YouTube channels on here which do Slimming World friendly advice, and I ask you to go and follow them. They're absolutely incredible. I still follow them. I follow people who don't follow Slimming World anymore because I'm a bit nosy and I like to see what they're getting up to, and I like the hauls and the vlogs and stuff. And hopefully you'll be one of those people like myself who is a little bit nosy, likes the person you follow, and we'll see where this bit goes. So that's everything, and I just want to say, after the events what happened yesterday regarding Caroline Flack, just be kind, people. Like, really be kind, and also be kind to yourself, and that's what I am doing now. I'm being kind to myself. I'm doing something which I feel is best for me at this moment in time. So I am sending huge, massive, positive thoughts to you all. As always, have a wonderful week ahead. Rachel. Bye.